Hi everyone, so I am here today with a quick little video on redhead problems, and I thought this would be a hilarious video to give out to the world because there's not a lot of them out. There's been like a few that are really hilarious and funny, and as a natural redhead I find it humorous, but there are some pet peeves that we do have. And the funny thing is, so a lot of us redheads, we are, armored up with a lot of sarcasm and humor and stuff like that because from wee little tykes, just little wee tykes, we get teased all the time. We're called carrot top, Christmas time, gingerbread, or I've been called tomato head, Bozo the clown, which was like the worst. Don't call me a clown because that was mean. That was just a mean thing that people did. There was a whole bunch of them that we really, we get called a lot of things, strawberry shortcake and all that. And, and at Halloween time, people are like, you should be Pippi Longstockings, or you should be, there's so many, like Ariel. Ariel was, the only princess I was ever allowed to play as a child. I couldn't be Cinderella or Belle, and I really associate with Belle. I really like to read books a lot, but yeah. So redheads, we kind of have a very small range of what we're like described at. Like there's like the sultry, like really pretty redhead, or there's the super nerd, or there's the fire temper, and that's about it. Like society doesn't see us as a whole. Like there's a whole wide range of people, and this goes into my next subject: makeup for redheads. Okay, so I have 3 things here, which is hilarious. All right, so here's my MAC, and this is NC15. This is like whiter than white, and sometimes I still even get a line. Like, this is pretty white. This one is 001, ivory. I don't know if you can see that. It's ivory. The other one, let's see. Oh, they try to make this look special, from CoverGirl. This one's really empty. It's really old. But that is the 810, which really in CoverGirl means 001. And yeah, that is like the whitest of white, like ivory. Yeah, ivory. Oh, classic ivory. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can now. So yeah, those are our wide range of foundation colors that we're in, because we're so pale. That there's another redhead, problem is, we go out into the sun and we burn. And then people are like, oh, you don't burn. You look great. You look a little... No, those are freckles. That's freckles. And I'm not embarrassed about my freckles, too. A lot of people will say something to me like, why do you use so much foundation on your nose? I'm like, I don't use so much foundation. Well, we can't see your freckles. Because no foundation is light enough, not unless you use like a BB cream to show your freckles. And you're already so albino that there's so much pigmentation that you have. It's called like hyperpigmentation. Like my dark circles are huge, and I don't know if you can tell, but I have no eyebrows. This is a day that I have not filled in my eyebrows. You won't catch that often, like on Instagram or Facebook or anything. My eyebrows are always filled in because as a wee little tyke, my mom used to make jokes to me about you can't make adult decisions until you can grow a pair of eyebrows. I'm 26. I'm going to be 27 this month. I don't have eyebrows. I have a little bit of some long hairs going on in there. That are a little bit darkened up with age, but no, don't have eyebrows. And then that brings me another funny situation is like I'll be sitting with a bunch of girls and like they'll be talking about like, oh, it's getting warm out, and it's Alaska, so it doesn't get very warm very often. They're like, we should get some shorts on or something. I'm like, you really want me to show you my albino-ness? And they're like, oh, your legs can't be that pale. And I'm like, you really want to see that? Because I'm pretty sure they can be really pale. Sure enough, I'll come out in shorts and somebody will be like, wow, your legs are so white. Yes, they're white. They're very, 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 very super white. Because I'm a redhead and I'm pale. We get kind of a bad rap. We got a redhead temper. Alright, that one might be a little bit true. But I think it's like a build-up, like it starts like kind of like a champagne bottle, and it's like, we're all concealed and there's cork in there, and then, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and and then we pop our top. And that's how I kind of view it. But if you ask my husband, he just says redheads have redhead tempers, and it's just true. lucky me, like my husband, he can tan really easily, so my kids have actually picked up that gene, which is awesome because I don't really have to worry about them getting lobster red. Normally when we go out, like on little outings, I bring the sunscreen for me because I get sunburnt everywhere we go. Oh, another problem. Okay, so how I talked to you guys about the makeup, like we have like 3 shades of skin color, and I can tell you in my makeup, I can tell you exactly what they are. I have ivory, I have eggshell, and on my tannest of tannest days when I want to use a lot of bronzer in there and make myself look like I have a little bit of a glow going on, I use neutral beige. The other shade of redheads that if you know a redhead or you are a redhead, you're going to understand this, is lobster. So if you work out, our blood's pumping, we're just getting really busy, and your face turns red, like redder than your hair red, like red. So you have red, just hopefully you're not wearing like pink or red because then you're just like red, some shade of red in there. Your face turns red. You get embarrassed, your face turns red. Everybody in the world knows you're embarrassed right then, and then they keep looking at you and you feel even more embarrassed. Or you get mad. Yes, when you get mad, your face starts turning red too. Your cheeks start getting hot, and you're just like, and then everyone just knows you're mad. Like, Lila will even say, she goes, Mommy's cheeks are turning red. So, on to the very last problem that I wanted to talk to you about, and that is the whole teasing of redheads. And let's just get these out. Okay, we don't mind being called a redhead. You know, redhead, temper tantrum, stuff like that. It really doesn't bother us to all, like, levels. But there's been, like, a few of these, like, little things that actually kind of really hurt your feelings. Like, they make me really sad even thinking about them. So, if you guys have followed me for a long time, you guys know that I am vertically challenged. By vertically challenged, I am 5'1" on a good day. 5'1.5". I'm not tall. I'm not tall on any means. And so the glorious day of St. Patty's Day comes along, and everybody and their brother has something to say about redheads. And the funny thing that I get called, which is not funny, I think it's actually the most hurtful, they call you a leprechaun. No, nobody is after my Lucky Charms. I don't even think I have Lucky Charms. And I just don't even think it's nice. Like, those kind of things, when people say things like that, it's not nice to compare you to a leprechaun. And already, I'm short enough. Like, I can't even reach the top shelf of my cupboards or in my pantry. I got enough problems going on. I got to climb on top of my countertops and then encourage my children not to follow what I do because I can't reach nothing. So those are kind of some of those things that, you know, people call you and you're just like, oh, that one kind of hurt. The other one is ginger. Kind of sounds cute from a standpoint, but if you're not a ginger, you should not call another person a ginger. Like, it really isn't. It's kind of mean. I think it's discrimination about redheads, okay? It's kind of mean, you know, the ginger snap comments or gingerbread cookie or this or that or look all those gingers or the Instagram or Pinterest one that goes around and looks like, oh, it's a convention of Weasleys and it's like an actual like redhead convention in Scotland or Ireland and you're like, really? Or the one, of course, let's just hit on that one. Redheads steal your soul. If you stare in my eyes long enough, I might take it. Might take your soul. No, I have not stolen any souls lately, but I do keep a little box of souls right next to my bed just in case I get bored or hungry or I don't know. You never know. But yeah, no, those kind of jokes, they're kind of mean. I'm not gonna lie, you know, like looking into a redhead's eyes for too long, I'm gonna steal your soul. Or as children, we take your souls. That's not nice. Ginger comments, not nice. You know, you can call us a redhead, totally fine. But don't go, hey, look, there's a ginger. We don't like that. That's not cool. It's not nice. Jokes, the naughty jokes. There's naughty jokes out there about redheads. We don't appreciate it. We don't like it. But the worst thing you can say to a redhead, besides calling them a ginger on any level, would be saying, does the carpet match the drapes? Really? I've heard that so many times. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about making somebody angry. Angry. Does the carpet match the drapes? Really? Is that appropriate? Half the time I came even from, I think, an adult. And this started at, like, when I was, like, a wee teen. Like, you know, 8th grade, going into, you know, high school and stuff. And even guys would say that to me in high school. And I'm like, really? Really? Don't Don't you got enough like things going on in your life that you don't need to worry about that? Gross. Let's not talk about that. We do not need to be talking about carpet matching drapes anywhere. Don't be talking to me about that. Okay? So just remember, when you're hanging out with a redhead, just don't say that line. It just might not be as pleasant as you think it's like as a funny joke, because it could go really bad for you. Probably not. But anyways, this was a really fun little video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this today. This is just, you know, my video about redheads and redhead problems. And it is glorious to be redheads, because we are like majestic unicorns. We are just such a minority on earth. You know, there's 1% to 2%. The world's population has red hair, and I am lucky to be in that 1% to 2%. And most of us come from Scotland and Ireland. I'm from Scotland. My last name is McClellan. Well, not my last name. My maiden name is McClellan. And, you know, it's very rich to know that, you know, there's a small majority of us out there, and it's like a secret handshake when you see another redhead. Like, we go into an elevator and you're like, hey, I like your hair. They're like, I like your hair too. It's just this magical world that we live in, and it's just kind of like a secret handshake, secret club. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just make sure to thumbs up it and like it. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will be getting up to more updates on videos. All right, have fun.